Hi guys, Tina Murray, how are you today? Today I wanted to speak to you about the Pomodoro effect because I think it really ties in with what we do as designers, working with that creative flow. Because as you can understand, designing is something that needs to be done. Doesn't matter if we're feeling creative or not, there's times when we have deadlines to meet. Now the way that I've found the Pomodoro technique works for me, and I do it naturally anyway, so it was great when I stumbled across that there is a technique which I can pass on to you. Now, some of you may already know of it, but the Pomodoro technique is really looking at the way we can do focused work. And people say that I'm very efficient. It's because I know what I want, I'm focused about it, and I can concentrate on it until I feel that my levels are getting low, and then I'll go and do something else and let stuff spiral around in my little head. And then I can come back with some new ideas to what I'm doing. So I actually use that process to come and go. Now the Pomodoro technique is touching on this. It's slightly different, but it's a way a lot of people have used and found very beneficial for the way that they work. And the technique is that you work for a set period at a time. So set a timer. Now often they suggest 25 minutes, but work out for you. Can you work solidly for 35 minutes or is 15 minutes your trigger to stop? And if it is 15 minutes, can you work it up to 25 minutes? So work solidly for that amount of time. Focus only on that. Turn off all your distractions. Turn the phone buzzer down. Don't look at emails. In fact, turn off your notifications, for God's sake. Oh my God, they are such a distraction. We do not need to answer every email the moment it comes in. And in fact, just on that, you know what I've found, because I don't answer my emails straight away, often by the time I, in 2 hours or so get back to answering emails, someone else has answered the question. It's great. Stops me having to do it. So anyway, as I was saying, work out how long it is that you can work for. Let's just say it's the 25 minutes. Work solidly on that. Don't be distractive. And then when your timer goes off, get up. Go and look at your lovely view out the window. Go and make a cup of coffee. Or if it relaxes you, turn on your social media, have a quick look through. Don't get caught up scrolling. Just time that for a 5-minute period. And then go back to work. Then after a period of time, allow yourself to have a larger break. So you do these 25 minutes, you do your 5 minutes, 25 minutes, and then allow yourself a 15-minute break. Reward yourself. Do whatever it is that you want to do. So there's this whole thing of working hard, working focused, and then rewarding yourself with a break. Now, the reason I love this is, as I said to you earlier, I believe that we process a lot of things in our brain. And it's when we step away is when we can tap into them. So I use this as a creative process all the time. When I get stuck on something, when I've been working really hard on what it is that I'm trying to achieve for my client, and it's a creative thing, and there comes a point when I just can't think about it anymore. It's just not coming to me. I'll let it go and I'll start working on something else, because invariably I usually have about 10 design projects going at once. Yeah. And so I work on another project. At that time, I trust that the design process is still happening in my head on that first project. So I'm still working as I'm processing it, even though on the outside, I'm working on something else. And what will happen, because it just is figuring itself out in the background, when I take some time out, when I go and have a cup of coffee, or maybe I talk to someone and they inspire something, and then something triggers in my head and I go, that's it, that's my eureka moment. And then I can write it down, because if I'm still working on something else, I don't want to be stopping and changing. Write it down so you can come back to it when you go back to that first project. So I hope that helps, because the design process for me has always been about using my head 24 hours a day and using it focused on what I need to, and then when I can't focus anymore, let my brain do it and then come back to it when it has the answers, and then I can develop them further. So I hope this works for you as you design it, communicate it, and live it.